It's about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and here he turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Gonzalo running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too with the Netherlands.
Amusan makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden, Barrett, and an early touch and an excellent...
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello, viewers out there. You're welcome to Sports Orbit, reaching you from Leadership TV. My name is Afa Acho, your host, and on today's episode of Sports Orbit, as always, I have a fantastic lineup of stories to give you on this beautiful Friday. Like we say, thank God it's Friday. And to begin with, yesterday, a lot of us saw that game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Sierra Leonean counterparts played right here at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja. Nigeria actually won that match 2-1 to begin their Côte d'Ivoire 2023 qualifying campaign on a high note. Of course, the Super Eagles returned to winning ways when they defeated Sierra Leone in match day 1 duel at the MK Abiola Stadium at the closed door encounter. The 3-time African champions unleashed a 4-3-3 formation on the Lone Stars, which saw goalkeeper Francis Uzoho standing between the stick to oversee the affairs in defense. Line for Calvin Bassey, William Truss Ekong, and the likes of Semi Ajayi and Olaina. However, the line failed to cage the visitors in the early minutes of the game, with Jonathan Monse, who headed in at 11 minutes to beat Uzoho in goal. Of course, the Super Eagles responded to level the score, courtesy of Alex Obi with a 16-minute strike. That came after a beautiful interchange of passes between him and Moses Simon, which led to Alex Iwobi finding the low corner to give Nigeria level the score rather for Nigeria. 4 minutes before the break, Nigeria, which had not been ahead in any match since beating Guinea-Bissau at the last group match of the 2022 African Cup of Nations, redeemed their image after goal machine Victor Osimhen connected a header from Moses Simon to give Eagles the lead. Going into the second half with the introduction of Etebo Ogenekaro, Ademola Lookman, Kenneth Omero, Shehu Abdullahi, and Terry Murphy, the team went on pressuring the visitors, but all efforts yielded no result as the team gave the new Portuguese handler, Jose Pesero, his first victory after witnessing 2 defeats against Mexico and Ecuador. Nigeria is second on the log on account of goal difference, with Guinea-Bissau leading the group following the 5-1 home victory over Sao Tome and Principe. The team will be aiming to maintain a winning run on June 13 match day 2 outing against host Sao Tome and Principe. That match will be played in Morocco. Of course, a fantastic game, but some other watchers said not too fantastic. And another downside to that game was that the pitch was not in the best of condition. Even the visuals from our screen, you could see that the pitch was far from what it was when it was renovated initially. I recall that Minister of Youth and Sports, Sunday Dare, had ordered all NPFL teams to stop playing in that pitch, and the old team should only be used for national team assignment in that one. And of course, even the first goal that the Super Eagles conceded, a lot of fans thought that Uzoho could have done better in stopping that goal, but nevertheless, he was saved the harsh criticisms of Nigerians as Nigeria went on to win that match 2-1. Still on that match, Sierra Leone captain Stephen Colker admitted that his team gave the Super Eagles of Nigeria too much respect as they played the Super Eagles at the Moshood Abiola Stadium. Coker accepted that the Super Eagles were the better side in the game, but insisted some of his teammates were intimidated by the three-time African champions. He said, "It's a young team. We have a lot of youngsters in the team we are building for the future. Obviously, we gave Nigeria too much respect and they scored 2 goals against us. They have a lot of quality players in their team. We made a lot of mistakes, obviously, but we will correct them in subsequent games. The Lone Stars will face Guinea-Bissau in their game in the qualifiers at the General Lassana Conte Stadium, Conakry, on Monday." So as it stands right now, Nigeria second on the log with 3 points, just right behind Guinea-Bissau, who top on goal difference. Recall that they defeated Sao Tome and Principe 5-1 in that one. And in game 2 of the series, Guinea-Bissau will be up against Sierra Leone, while Nigeria will be guests of Sao Tome and Principe in Morocco. Now, away from that, now to athletics, talking about Tobi Amusan, the Nigerian sprint hurdler, won gold at the ongoing African Championship in Mauritius. She stormed to victory in the win-aided 20.7 at the start of the tournament. Amusun first won the title 4 years ago at the 21st edition of the championship and has now become the third Nigerian after Maria Usifo in 1984 and 1985, and Gloria Alozie 1996, 1998, and 2000, and the fifth African to successfully defend the sprint hurdles title. The reigning African Games champion was, however, denied the chance to break Alozier's 12.77 seconds championship record set at the 11th edition of the championship in Dakar, Senegal in 1998 by an excessive 4.0 meters stale wind. Amusan's victory has increased Nigeria's gold medal haul in the event to 12. Meanwhile, her compatriot Patience Okonjo qualified for a straightforward final in the women's 400 meters after running 0.24 seconds to win the semi-final heat. The 30-year-old will be hoping to strike gold this time around after winning bronze in 2014, 2016 and return to Nigeria as African champion 8 years after Falashade Bugan ran 51.21 seconds to win the 19th edition of the championship in Marrakesh, Morocco in 2014 to become the 7th Nigerian to win gold in the history of the championship. So congratulations to Tobi Amusan. The young lady has been doing well over the years, one of Nigeria's brightest stars when it comes to athletics. And as the Commonwealth Games approaches fastly, talking about in July, we expect that the likes of Tobi Amusan will be able to replicate the form she has put up at the African meet in Mauritius. Away from that now to the NPFL, where we'll look at the fixtures for this weekend's games in the NPFL. And then we'll come back to that in a minute, but still onto the Africa Cup of Nations, where Ethiopia actually defeated Egypt in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. The depleted Egyptian side suffered a shock 2-0 loss to Ethiopia as World Cup bound Morocco and Cameroon recorded narrow victories in Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers on Thursday. Egypt were without Mo Salah, Mo El Neni, and Mahmoud Trezeguet, but were still expected to brush the Ethiopians aside in their Group D fixture, played in neutral Lilongwe due to the latter's home venue not meeting Confederation of African standards. Goals from Dawa Hoteta and Shemelis Bekele sealed the Ethiopian victory, while Egypt, who were Cup of Nations finalists in Cameroon in February, managed just a single shot on target in an uncharacteristically limp display. Navigator scored the only goal. That's the other match between Guinea and Malawi. And Navigator scored the only goal as Guinea beat Malawi 1-0 in Conakry to leave all four teams on 3 points after 2 rounds. Morocco dominated their match against South Africa in Rabat, but fell behind to an early goal from striker Lyle Foster. The pressure told for the visitors in the second period through Youssef Nesri and Ayub El Kabi rescued the 3 points for the North African side. So for the Egyptian side, things not going well after losing out on the African Cup of Nations trophy in Cameroon and also losing out on qualifications for Qatar 2022. One will expect that Egypt will begin their campaign on a high note, but it was not to be. Well, they won their first match, but in the second match against a less fancied Ethiopian side, the Egyptians simply fell short of expectations. Now, away from that, now to the MPFL, where we have a lot of exciting matches going down this weekend in the ever interesting NPFL. First off for this weekend will be champions Aqua United, who will be at home in Uyo to Remo Stars, while Eyimba will also welcome Kwara United in that one. For Dakada FC of Uyo, they will travel all the way to the northeast into Gombe United to face that side out there. While Kano Pillars will host Wiki Tourist. And recall that for Kano Pillars, well, good news for Kano Pillars as a result of the ban imposed on the Moshood Abiola National Stadium by the Minister of Youth and Sports, Sunday Dare. Recall that during the week, Sunday directed all MPFL teams to desist from using that match for their MPFL matches as a result of the Super Eagles being in action. And of course, Super Eagles handler Koso Pesera had complained at the poor state of the pitch. So Kano Pillars had written to the LMC for a need for them to return back to the Sani Abacha Stadium in Kano. And the LMC today, in a letter made available to leadership, actually has granted that permission for Kano Pillars to return to their ancestral home ground, that's the Abacha Stadium, and they will be hosting Wiki Tourist in that one. But the match will be played behind closed doors. That means their fans will not have the opportunity of watching the same Masugida side as they take on Wiki Tourist. Recall that in a match, day 29 fixture actually against Kano Pillar, against Kasuna United at that stadium, there was an encroachment of their fans and an incident that led to the boss of the team boss of Kasuna United being vandalized. And of course, the LMC in his wisdom had to banish Kano Pillars to the Moshood Abiola Stadium and also impose a fine for them. Well, at this point, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that short break. You're still on to Sports Orbit, reaching you from Leadership TV. Now, still on to the NPFL. The other match for the in the NPFL will be Katsina United, who will welcome Mountain on Fire. That's talking about MFM to Katsina in that match 33 encounter. While Lobby Stars of Makode will hope to swim far away from relegation waters as they welcome Hadland FC at the Apiaco Stadium in Makurdi. Recall that Lobby Stars have a few points above the relegation zone, while Hadland are still hovering around that zone. So this will be a fight to finish, and both teams will be aiming to grab all 3 points in order to steer them far away from relegation waters. Nasarawa United will host Enugu Rangers in Nasarawa, in Lafia, actually, while league leaders Rivers United will welcome Abia Warriors in Port Harcourt. Recall that Rivers United are currently topping the league with 7 points, and a win against Abia Warriors will help them, lay a hand on the trophy. Of course, with the fact that Plateau United will be playing away to Shooting Stars, and Shooting Stars have always been solid at home all season, and Plateau United will actually have a hill to climb as they confront the Oluyole Warriors in Ibadan. Well, the last match for the day will be Niger Tornadoes, who will travel all the way to Sunshine Stars of Akure in that encounter. So interesting matches to look out for in the NPFL this weekend, and we'll keep an eye on this one. And all these matches come up 4 p.m. same time on Sunday, 12th of June 2022, and we will be watching. And on Monday, hopefully, we'll come back, give you a complete review of all the matches that went down during the weekend. Now, away from that, now to news reaching us concerning Zinedine Zidane and the job at Paris Saint-Germain. Recall that all season there has been speculation that Zidane is likely to replace current coach Mauricio Pochettino at the Parc des Princes as the new head coach of Paris Saint-Germain. PSG are yet to swing the axe on manager Mauricio Pochettino. Reports claim with Zinedine Zidane flying out to Qatar to meet with the club's owners about succeeding him. The French Giants are in the midst of making major changes to the club after tying down starman Kylian Mbappe to a new deal with the French forward, said to be giving new influence over the club. And Pochettino's future has been doubt for a couple of weeks. The former Tottenham boss won League One but failed to deliver the Champions League trophy the club craves, despite having all-star lineup featuring Neymar, Lionel Messi, and of course Mbappe. Zidane will reportedly fly out to Qatar to meet the club's owners and finalize his deal. And now PSG are clicking their gears into place with club chiefs deciding that Pochettino will not continue in his role next season, and Frenchman Zidane, a three-time winner of the Champions League, will be his successor, according to sporting paper Mundo Deportivo. The deal to hire Zidane has now been closed, but Zidane will meet with the club directors in the Far East to finalize the final details of his contract and discuss plans for the new season. The report says Zidane's huge success in the Champions League historically is believed to be a huge factor in bringing him to Parc des Princes, with the club hopeful he can replicate the triumph after 3 successive wins in 2016, 2017, and 2018. So that's rumors. For now, it's still at the stages of speculation, and nothing has been confirmed yet. Zidane is yet to put pen to paper. Mauricio Pochettino is yet to be given the sack, but speculations are rife, and we'll see what happens before the beginning of the new season. Away from that now, so the Premier League has actually released the players who made is 11 players who made the Premier League list team of the season in that order. And of course, a few surprises on there, but some not too many surprises. My producer has that. Let's have a look at the EPL team of the season. Well, of course, if you, that team actually, no surprises, is dominated by Liverpool, followed by Man City players, with the only United player making that team in the person of Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, and also, of course, Salah also won the PFA Player of the Premier League Player of the Year, actually. And there we have here our EPL Team of the Year. Of course, in a 4-3-3 formation, starting from the back, of course, it is Alisson Becker in goal. That's the Liverpool goalkeeper. While in the back four, you have Alexander Arnold, who is the right back in the play team of the season. Virgil van Dijk and Rudiger, who recently signed for Real Madrid, will play as the centre backs, while Joao Cancelo of Man City was the left, will play in the left back position. While in the midfield, we'll have Belgium Kevin De Bruyne, Thiago Alcantara, and Bernardo Silva. While in the front line has the front three of Mohamed Salah, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Sadio Mane. Well, I think for some people, I agree with that. This team looks more balanced, with Liverpool having how many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Liverpool making 6 players, while Man City has 3 players. Chelsea 1 player, and also United 1 player. Well, no surprise that Liverpool and Man City have dominated the EPL team of the season. After all, if you see how these two teams went at each other toe-to-toe for the whole of the season, you agree with that most of these players in this team of the season deserve to be in the same team of the season. Well, congratulations to these 11 players who make up the EPL team of the season. Well, viewers, for now, this is where I slam the brakes on today's episode of Sports Orbit. It's been nice talking sports with you in the last 25 plus minutes or so. Never to worry, there's still a lot of sporting events to look up to this weekend, and be sure that here on Sports Orbit, we'll keep an eye on all of those events, and on Monday, we'll give you a complete review of all of those events as they pan out. Well, for now, you stay safe out there. Have a lovely weekend. My name is Afa Acho, your host, and it's bye-bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.